Greetings, friends. Happy Wednesday. The word for today is infusion. The orientation of the video is a little different. I'm standing today, and that's because I have been receiving the most incredible infusions of insight and understanding all day since I woke up, and I actually can't sit down. I keep walking through the house. I even put shoes on, which I don't usually wear in the house. Because what's happening today is, at least for me personally, super unusual. Infusion is the infusion of light, the infusion of understanding, the infusion of new awareness, and new abilities to perceive reality beyond physical constructs, and to perceive the meaning within those physical constructs. As I said, I've been getting downloads all morning since I woke up really early. And so I hadn't actually, even in my morning practice, I didn't get to the notebook that has the Sabian symbols in it. And so I hadn't read the Sabian symbol for today at 25 Pisces until just a few minutes ago, and it knocked my socks off. Here's the Sabian symbol for the sun today at 25 Pisces, 25 Scorpio. I might have said Pisces a minute ago. 25 Scorpio. And the Sabian symbol is the an X-ray a photographic image of what lies within the body. And so this is literally and figuratively what's been happening for me today. I've been receiving insights and answers to questions that, one really big question for me that I've been holding for 15 years. And I've been receiving answers to big questions I'm asking about our work and about the container for our collective work moving forward. I've had some big asks in preparation for our workshops this weekend in terms of being able to provide a high level integration, and all of that's been coming in an incredibly practical and coherent way. So what I want to bring forward today is that this infusion is available to all of us. We've been experiencing it in our lives, in our personal lives. We've been experiencing it in the circles that we've been holding the last few days. And the infusion is directly related to this new infusion of seeing the form that underlies circumstances and underlies perceived reality. This is a direct correlation to your ability, leading up till now, to step outside of external systems and begin more and more to strengthen your intention to align to inner truth rather than external versions of truth. Truth is what creates in the moment. Our alignment with truth creates our perceptions of reality. We see what we expect to see. So when you're willing to develop the muscle and the willing to be uncomfortable, to say no to external versions of truth that aren't aligned with you, what happens is you strengthen your commitment to your inner alignment and your ability to connect with the underlying frequencies that create new reality. When we attach to external reality, or we attach to belief, and that includes beliefs, when we attach to systems and grids that are already in form, in a sense, they are part of the past. And some of those systems and grids are really necessary because they provide stability for us. However, some of them are outdated in relationship to our own current potential. And so it's only through aligning with inner truth that we can begin to understand and perceive and discern which existing structures, including beliefs, including relationships, including our own thoughts, which existing structures are providing a foundation for us and which are trapping us and limiting us and distorting our own growth. So that's the signature for today, the infusion of new sight and new awareness of the underlying structure, the grids, the qualities of consciousness that create form. And some of those grids are related to form that's already here, and some of those grids are created to form that is still being created, which is totally real. It just hasn't manifested yet in 3D. So I'm holding my cup here because I keep making hot water. I'm sharing this right now as a tool that I'm using today. I'm having a challenge being grounded because of so much coming in. And my when this happens, sometimes I feel like my body and my brain are going to explode. It's so exciting. So my challenge is to keep super grounded, which is why I actually have shoes on. And I keep holding this cup of warm tea. The smell of the tea and the smokiness of it is it's a smoked black tea. The smokiness is making me feel grounded. So whenever you step into this experience of receiving amazing insights or emotional expansion or physical healing, make sure that you do your best to stay in your body so that you can assimilate it as quickly as possible. So I brought over a deck that I'd like to draw a card from, and I shuffled before we started, and I was going to shuffle again just now, and I got this is the card. So I just cut it, and this is the card for us. This is a Doreen Virtue deck, and I've been using it lately because it actually has messages on it from our higher self and from our guides and helpers. It's called Healing from the Angels or something like that. And so this is the image on the back of the cards. But I've been enjoying it this week because it's giving me some strategic messages when I check in with guidance. So here's our card for right now for all of us with strategic message for how we can interface with the light that is infusing us with new consciousness and new expansion and an ability to perceive the form that lies beneath the form. And what it is the chakras in our, it's the card called ear chakras. So what this refers to is our ability now to perceive through non-physical sight. So it's all forms of intuition. It could be auditory, but it's also signifying this ability to receive messages. And what the message says is, notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. So for all of you, what I'm getting right now is that there is a synchronicity today with auditory information. So pay attention to synchronicities. And I love this reminder that often synchronicities come through a song on the radio, or just a word that you hear, or even a message on a license plate or a bumper sticker, because the auditory information is can come through visual cues as well. I'm hearing also another message for you right now is to really pay attention to your own words today, and listen for your inner dialogue, because we are transforming from within and from without, and the language and the words we use are more powerful than we can even imagine. We are creating reality with every thought and every word we speak. So also pay attention to your inner dialogue and what you're hearing in your mind. And because when you're aware of it, then you have access to whether or not you choose that message, and you can cancel it and reframe it if that's beneficial. You can also pay attention to what your body, the inner dialogue that your body's holding, because it might be an old story that's not necessarily relevant or applicable to you anymore. So pay attention to words today, pay attention to language, and pay attention to your presence in the moment, because that's where all of these keys and clues lie. Have a fantastic day, and I'll be with you again tomorrow.